live in Madrid for the final of the men's singles. Now, many people think this is the big one. I have a bit of sympathy with that perspective. I've got with me Kevin Han, who was born in China, moved to the States, played badminton for the States in several Olympic Games. Privileged to have him here because he's got the inside track on a lot of the things that are happening in the Chinese camp. Kevin Han, welcome.
Thank you, John. Glad to be here with you again.
Right, come on, we've got the players coming on to court in just a couple of moments. They will have the big introduction, the big lights and the razzmatazz. Bao Chun Lai and Lin Dan, what do you think?
Well, I mean, those two guys are friends. Obviously, they grew up in the same time and they played the juniors together. And this could be a rematch of the World Juniors semifinals in 2001. Here comes the Bao Chun Lai, standing at 190 centimeters tall. Very, very tall player.
That's big, that's big. Chun Lai then with the red top, and there's the Chinese support crowd. They've come all the way from China for these World Championships. There's a lot of them here in this stadium, Palacio de Deportes. And here is the number 2 in the world. I said he's the number 1 for many, many matches that I've commentated on this year. But number 2 in the world, but he is determined now, and I think he's probably got the psychological advantage over his opponent. He has won 8 times out of 12 meetings as Lin Dan. There he is, and by golly, he has got every kind of possible play in the book. He is fit, he's agile, he has a wonderful brain for badminton, and I tell you, it's going to be superb. Right, so Bao Chun Lai, he is really going to be up against it here. He did everyone a favor by beating Li Hyun-il and also Lee Chong-wei earlier, so he's got a couple of big scalps to his name already in this tournament. But they will come out and just have a few moments of warm-up. They have warmed up already, and it's interesting because I was out in the area just in front of the stadium at about 10 o'clock this morning. It's now about 5 hours later, and Lin Dan was just wandering along with his earplugs there, listening to some music, just as if he was out on a regular day. Let's have a look then at Chun Lai, Bao Chun Lai, at 23 years old, ranked 8th in the world. He has performed wonderfully well this tournament. They're both left-handers. Look at him, he looks very youthful, but I tell you, he's a very resilient player as well. Here is the number 2 in the world. Again, age 23, got lots and lots of seasons left in him. Look at Lin Dan then, the Korean Open, the Hong Kong Open winner, Macau Open winner, Chinese Taipei winner, All England winner, and look at that, the Uber Cup, in fact, it was Thomas Cup in Japan. Uber Cup is, of course, for ladies. But they are coached by Yong Bo, and he won't be there because it's two Chinese players, and he's way out in the corner. We can see him there. Here's our umpire for this singles match. It's Jane Hancock from England, and Niels Mortensen assisting her at the service judge.
And his opponent, Lin Dan, is also 23 years of age. He's seated 2 here in the...
Well, let's just have a look how these guys got here. There we go. Chun Lai, well, easy in the first, easy in the second, fairly easy in the third as well, but 21-19. And then the next page, please. Here we go. Quarterfinals was brilliant. He beat the number 1 seed in the world, the number 1 player, Lee Chong-wei. It was fantastic badminton. Wonderful victory there. And then against the Korean, he had a little bit more going for him. And that was fantastic. Lin Dan, on the other hand, had a bye. He had a fairly easy time against the Canadian. The Korean, he also had it all his own way. Just 2 games in each. The only time he was really threatened was by his compatriot Chen Hong in the semi-finals, and then it went to 14 in the third. Let's have a look at who's won the singles tournament before. Last year it was Taufik Hidayat of Indonesia in Anaheim, and then in 2003 it was China again. So it's going to be China this time round because we've got both players from that wonderful badminton nation. It's Lin Dan on the right of screen in the green top. There he is against Bao Chun Lai. It's 8-4 in terms of head-to-heads in favour of Lin Dan, and I should be hugely surprised if that last meeting at 15-10, this is the old scoring system, of course, don't forget it's 21 points we're going for. 15-10, 15-4, that was an easy win, that was the last time out, and I've no doubt at all Lin Dan will think he can do it again. It's going to be service in just a couple of moments to Bao Chun Lai to start it.
Lin Dan, China.
Kevin, your boys, what do you think?
Well, I think definitely Lin Dan, you know, if I may make a prediction, it's going to be Lin Dan today, because Lin Dan had his hardest match yesterday against Cheng Hong. He was really sure losing that match, but somehow came back. When he won it, it was like wasn't like a really celebration. It was like a sign of relief, like just like the English match we witnessed earlier.
Love.
Okay, on with the play. It's 1-love to Bao. First big hit. We'll get a speed on that in a while. But he really has got a powerful, powerful hit. Look at that, 301. That's the first smash we've seen. That means he has to have been warmed up really, really well outside.
Va a ir un campeón del mundo y aquí, esta pista, va a salir otro campeón del mundo. El subcampeón el año pasado, Lin Dan.
And that's a lovely drop shot, beautifully disguised. It looked as if it was going to be dropped down, right down on that forehand side. It was the left-hander, just closed the racket face, dropped it beautifully there. Centimetre perfect. 2-1. Well, the interesting thing is, Kevin, that you just pointed out that the Chinese coach is actually sitting in the commentary booth right next to us.
Right next to you, Joe.
I didn't notice him.
Yep. He's probably doing some TV work for CCTV, one of the main channel in China.
That's Li Yongbo.
3-1.
I mean, you went to the States a long time ago, but you obviously keep your friendships from China days?
Absolutely. I mean, Lin Dan and Bao Chun Lai are much younger than me. So when I was playing, it was Dong Zhong, Sun Jing, those guys. We became very good friends. You know, once you're born in China, your roots there, you know, so it's hard to get rid of it.
Why would you want to get rid of it? I tell you, it's the most up-and-coming nation on the planet.
Absolutely, very proud to be born and raised in China.
3-2 or 2-3 now with Lin Dan serve.
So I must admire Lin Dan's hairstyle. I don't know how much time does he spend to do his hair before he comes over to play this match.
Check this out. Is it meant or is it? I guess it is. You should know this. Modern youth.
Absolutely.
Too quick. Anticipation, everything. That's why he was number one for so long. He's won everything. Hong Kong Open winner, 2005, 2006. Macau Open winner, Chinese Taipei winner, All England winner. Goes on and on. Oh. You can't read it, can you?
Nope. Just too quick.
4-5.
It was good lift too.
Oh. Now that was fast. He was onto it so quickly. That was a pounce. So hard to get into away from the body. It's levels at 5, developing into a really big battle. And the crowd like it too. Listen to them. Just encouraging these matadors here in Spain. Oh, this is a superb rally. So, and a mistake, an unforced error there from Chun Lai. But the patience of Lin Dan is very, very good.
Well, John, we see a different Lin Dan. I don't know if you've noticed yesterday when he started with Chen Ho, he was very tentative. He wasn't sure. His confidence level is so different than today. Today he plays with ease. You know, he anticipates every Bao Chun Lai's move, and he's very patient. Only smash wherever he can. Never try to rush.
He's got a style, a moving style across the surface, similar to Zhang Ning, because they glide. They're almost skaters across this court. It's very impressive. Out of court.
Service over, 6-all.
So it is level, and we expected a tight contest.
Service over, 7-6.
Does Lin Dan have any weakness that Chun Lai could exploit?
Well, Chun Lai has to keep very close, score-wise, with Lin Dan. Because with the new scoring system, 21 points, when it comes down to wire, then you never know. Anybody can win. Even the lower player can be the top player. So he has to keep Chun Lai has to keep the score very close with Lin Dan. Can Lin Dan have a big lead?
And that's out. It's a good idea.
7-8.
Missed the execution. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, his opponent was going back. Nine 7.
9-7.
Whilst we're in the early stages, talk us through a training day, both these Chinese players.
Those two people, I think in particular, in men's singles, the players would train 5 to 6 hours a day in China. And Lin Dan especially a hard worker. You know, he loves to play badminton and loves to train extra hours. And he will often go there on Sunday himself and to be on the court and heading field shadows and practice some footwork.
How much fitness work per se, gym work would be involved?
Well, gym work is not a lot. They don't do heavy lifting, but they do a lot of explosiveness lifting, repetitions, faster and lighter, faster repetitions. They do a lot of on-court agilities, multi-shadows, footworks, and that's why those people are so agile.
We just saw an example of that right there with Lin Dan. Oh, absolutely wonderful, dominant, beautiful retrieve, a fantastic shot there. The backhand as he looks at us here in this commentary booth right behind him. And that was just superb. Look at the closing, in fact, didn't take his eye off it. A little bit of arrogance as he trotted away.
A little bit of arrogance, especially when he played against Bao Chun Lai.
Yeah.
when you have beaten someone so often and so many times, and it's hard to not to have any arrogance going into this match.
Service over.
But the score is fairly tight at 9-10.
Ya vayamos bien viendo el marcador. No todavía controlando, viendo un poquito, caminando un poco
Well, one more point and we'll have a short break in the proceedings. And it's 11-10 and Bao Chun Lai goes to the halfway point in the lead. Well, he's done well. He's not been overawed by his opponent. No doubt at all. That was good work. He's so tall. Look at that. He's got such a range and he is very, very fit. And at the age of 23, you'd expect him to be absolutely supremely fit. That's the smash winners at 6-5 to Lin Dan. At 2-1 to the net as well. At 4-2 in the unforced errors, he's also won. That's why he's behind by 11-10. Out of court. Good hit. Lovely attempt by Bao to get it back, but that's 11 all. 272K.
Pasó el volante, pero se fue al pase. Así que otro iguales.
12.
It was short.
Mucho y bueno, pues se quedó 12-11.
Beautiful pick up and great reaction at the net as well. Super shot from Chun Lai. It was the characteristic dive from Lin Dan to retrieve. Let's have a look at it. Over he goes and then beautiful anticipation. Good work there.
Very good work. It's hard to put Lin Dan out of his place. And Chun Lai has done well in this match so far. You know, he has kept the score very close, which is something he definitely needs to do.
How big a surprise would it be in China if Chun Lai won this?
I'd be very surprised because Lin Dan has won almost every single tournament this year, and he, even though he's ranking number 2, but he's really, everybody expect him to win. He's number 1, but however, if he wins, he's going to thank his teammates Bao Chun Lai and Chen Hong by knocking out Bi Chong Wei, Peter Gay, and also the some other Taufik and Li Huan Yu.
Bao still really fighting hard. The shuttle was damaged during that smash, but it still managed to find enough pace to go out of play at 14-12. Bao still with the lead. Yeah, the interesting thing is Chen Hong had a fantastic series. He beat Peter Gade, as you just mentioned there. That was in 3 in 47 minutes. He also beat Taufik Hidayat, the defending champion. So when Lin Dan beat him in the semis, that was a big match. So out again, it's 15-12. Wow.
15-12.
Lin Dan was damaged so badly when he lost out to Li Chongwei in Malaysia after being 20 points to 12 up. He had 8 match points and didn't take any of them. In fact, lost the match and also lost the number 1 position in the world just a week later. So he's had some big downs as well as some ups this season. But this will be a big test for him, and I'm sure mentally he won't want to feel that horrid taste of defeat.
13-15. Yes.
He's back within 2 at 13-15.
Pero ya no pudo. La variedad de golpes, la variedad en el juego pero normal.
No, yes. It's disguise, isn't it?
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Very difficult to lift anything short against people like Bao Chun Lai, because he is just so tall. He doesn't have to smash hard, just have to tap his wrist. The shuttle will come down the line so fast.
Well, he was running for it. He didn't trust his judgment.
14-16.
Eventually left it. It was out. Well out, actually. 14-16. Lin Dan, the number 2 in the world, the favorite for this match. Still behind, but wow, what a big hit that was. It wasn't a great lift, I must say, from Chun Lai.
15.
Chun Lai got deceived a little bit by Lin Dan's flick serve, and therefore returned the half court, and Lin Dan is just exactly what he wanted. Nicely puts away.
And he's leveled it at 16, 3 in a row.
16 all.
And if he was just worrying a fraction, he's now regained his composure. And Lin Dan is now in a good position as we hear Chayo, Lin Dan. Oh, and he overcooked that one. Talking of fire.
Service over, 17-16.
So, closing in on this first game, Bao picks up a very important point right there. I think if Lin had continued with his run, it would have been curtains.
Service over, 17 all.
Again, great reading of the game. It wasn't that far out at the net. 17 all. And suddenly, for the first time, Chun Lai pushes one without any pressure on. And that is a very important part and time in the game. 18-17. Dead. Oof, dear, how did he miss that one?
Well, Lin Dan jumped on it, but I guess he's just a singles player. This is a typical double shot.
That's a double shot. Yeah. Well explained, because well, for all the world, we should have thought that would have been easy.
Yeah. But I think Rubber Blair is going to make that shot when it comes up next.
2 matches time. Well, another error at the net, and Lin Dan now is dropped back by 18-19. He looks across at nearly our commentary booth here, because at next door his coach, Lee Yongbo, must be looking daggers. Can't believe it. 2 in a row at the net. Oh, that's excellent play by Bao Chun Lai. That was amazing shot. It was almost a trick shot. Dragged it across the net. It came from, look at this, he's a left-hander, so it's a backhand, beautiful precision shot at the net. Gives him game point at 20-18. Oh, no, it was out. It was out. It's game to Bao Chun Lai. 21-18, what a really, really fascinating battle this is. So the underdog is in the lead by 21-18 after spending most of that game just nip and tuck, and then having conceded 3 in a row. We all thought that at 18 all it was going to be Lin Dan, the favourite, to come through. It didn't happen. 2 errors at the net, and suddenly we're in for a big battle. Let's have a look at the smashes then, and they go to Lin Dan, but to no avail. Net winners probably, well, it was Chun Lai who picked up the net winner superiority. Clears definitely Chun Lai, that big left-handed smash. And the unforced also to Chun Lai, but all round, 4 each for the consecutives, so the momentum swung from both sides, but I tell you, this is a very, very big match now. The Chinese crowd, what will they be thinking?
Well, they are a little surprised as well. I think really everyone expected Lin Dan to come out top in the first game, but I almost feel like he's playing with overconfident a little bit. You know, he's too confident and slow the pace down intentionally and being very patient. Being very patient is one good thing, but at those 21 points, you got to attack sometimes. And if you don't start earlier and towards the end of the game, you become tentative again.
So it's second game. Bao Chun Lai with the service. He's in the lead. I mean, what do you say about that? That was absolutely brilliant placement. Timing exquisite. From way into that back corner. Left-handed inside out on the smash. Super. Love, maybe Bao Chun Lai, although he's been battling, probably didn't expect to win that one. Does he know how to win?
Well, that's the question, John. Does he know how to win? You know, he's won the first game, and does he know how to win against Lin Dan in the World Championships?
Service over, 1-2.
Vamos a ver los juegos de España, Madrid.
No. Just clipped the top of the net. It was another big hit as well. So 3-1, second game. Maybe you can translate the Chinese, is it Han Yun Pinyin?
Yeah, the banner?
On the banner, when we see it in a cutaway in a while. Yeah.
It says Sigland.
Oh. Oh, it's an advertising.
I'm sure you can read. No, actually the first few lines said in English, Sigland.
Yeah.
And then it says, rooting for the Chinese athletes.
Okay. 4-1 Lin Dan. Starting well, and I'm sure that in his brain he will know that he's got to pull out all the stops. We're going to see him either at his very, very best or at his most disappointing. There's not much he can do about that. Chun Lai coming from a massive height. Man mountain. Look at this. So high, and then he gets himself up another 30 centimeters. 2-4 second game. I guess he could have chosen basketball as well if he wanted as a youth.
Could have, for the basketballs, you know, 190 centimeters is not, you know, very, very tall. We have Yao Ming, who's there 225 centimeters.
Well, that certainly was an unforced error. 5-3. But I must say that Lin Dan did cover the net well, and whilst he struck it, I'm sure he caught Lin Dan out of the corner of his eye and thought, he has got to make this one really tight. was.
Play let, please.
He's going to play again.
Play let.
It's going to play the poilet. Oh. Well, this is interesting. It was well out.
It was well
It
out.
was well out.
It was well out.
Definitely well out. In fact, this is a contentious point because obviously being down in the match and at 4-5, Lin Dan is saying you have got to rule, and look at you could use the replay, I guess, to rule on it. Yeah, umpire or not?
Nope. And then the umpire said, I did not see that. Therefore, we play the replay.
Goodness. Well, that could be a big moment because it's Bao Chun Lai in service at 4-5. Lin Dan has got to put that out of his mind immediately, which he does. And it only takes a little moment like that to actually get the crowd on your side.
6-4. Yes.
261k, struck with a bit of venom there, but there's certainly that earlier point was Lin Dan's. But fair enough, if the line just says he's unsighted, it was because the left leg of Lin Dan was right in his way.
Service over.
5-6 now.
6.
Oh, that's a brilliant net shot, and that's dead. Oh yeah,
Very good prediction, John.
Well, no, but I mean, I've seen enough of these. I mean, how on earth do you get them back when they just dribble over the net like that? You can't get any depth on it because you've got to get them vertical.
No, actually, that wasn't a bad lift by Bao Chun Lai, but just the quality of Lin Dan, what can you say?
7-5, that's what you can say. Second game. No, he struck it too hard. It was a beautifully constructed point, and if he put that one in, we would have all said, wow, that is the mark of a champion. So close.
Let's go, Bao! 6-7, iguales.
This time, and I'm sure we'll see ironic cheers from the crowd. 2:45 was the speed of that one, but it went on and out. It's a tough old game when you have to rule on these difficult, particularly at the Worlds. My goodness, you don't want to make a mistake. Gosh, they know where that shuttle is, don't they? Everywhere. Great rally. And it is out, and well left, Bao Chun Lai. That is a super rally, and I think at leveling it at 8, that is a big pressure point. Going to change the shuttle here. Oh gosh, it was well out. It wasn't even well judged. He couldn't have reached it. Bad shot at the end from Lin Dan, but it was some intriguing stuff throughout the rally. It doesn't matter where the body or heads turn, they know exactly where that court and head the net is.
Yep, that's just a natural reaction by a lot of players, instinct.
Well, instinct says that Bao Chun Lai is not only in the lead in this game, He's one game up as well. And if Lin Dan doesn't watch out, he's going to lose a World Championship opportunity. And that is out, well judged again, and that is 10-8. Well, your prediction, Kevin, was for Lin Dan.
Well, yeah, it was.
I don't want to remind you, but
I know we're, in the commentary booth. How long have we been, so far in this tournament?
I think we've got probably 80% of the matches wrong. That's out. That was a big point, because if that had gone in, a 3-point gap going to the half, Lin Dan would have had to dwell on it. He's now got a chance of leveling it. And again, the crowd's urging him on. Lin Dan with the serve, 9-10. And that was with venom. 10-all. I'm sure the crowd here in Madrid would love to see a third game here. No partisans with China on both sides of the net, but some fantastic technical badminton. And that's in. That's a lovely shot from Lin Dan, and he goes to the half at 11-10 in the lead. And as I said, that cross court by Chun Lai is now significant. Look at that, 300 kilometers an hour. He was 301 with his first smash of the day, and I tell you, he is now very consistently working to get back into this match. There we go, 21-18, 11-10. 11-all. How many times have we seen that beautiful kiss smash, cut smash? And another impressive left-handers. Don't forget, they're both lefties here. Left-handers cross court.
Come on, Bao!
Look at this. Amazing. Oh yes. It was long. Some tremendous getting there, both sides of the net. We thought that Lin Dan was undone there.
12-all.
Got it back, but overcooked it. Oh, it wasn't far out.
Wasn't far out. Very close.
Come on, Bao!
It's 12s. It's out again, and well left by Chun Lai. Could have reached it, and it, just as you said, it's a doubles game that they played with the little drives over the net. Uncomfortable zone for Lin Dan, perhaps. That's what he likes to do, but a bit of pressure comes on now as he drops back by 2.
Let's go, Bao!
Chun Lai can't tell anything from his face, can you? He's absolutely consistently po-faced. Be great at poker, wouldn't he? Oh, what a great shot. That's beautiful from Lin Dan.
14-all.
To level it at 14s. Oh, that is something. Well, it was called out. Did Lin Dan say I touched it? Let's have a look at it.
Well, he didn't say he touched it. He said it was out a little bit. But it looks like he touched it.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you'd expect some honesty if he did, but at 15-14, he'll be desperate now.
Service over. 15 all.
Maybe he did touch it as he missed the serve.
Yeah, he's still playing on his mind. Again, that's dead. 16-15 to Lin Dan. And the net cord has come in to rescue him on a couple of points. Look at it again, this one. Oof. Mind you, it was a super shot, wasn't it?
It was beautiful. And I think the tactic is going to change a little bit right here. Lin Dan can't afford to play slow like he did in the beginning of the games. He's got to really push it now.
I think he was worried at Chun Lai's height and ability to win those smashes. Oh dear, at an absolutely crucial stage of this match. He had a real opportunity, he snatched at it, came into a beautiful position. Look at that, unbelievable. Well, if he loses this match, he'll have nightmares about that moment. Easy for Lin Dan. The crowd are into it. Bao Chun Lai steps away.
No ha podido culminar, ha pagado el punto número 16. Bao Chun Lai. Todos iguales. El segundo set. Totalmente incierto. Largos en la
Oh yes, what a rally. The crowd will tell you they loved it. The Chinese crowd particularly. Lin Dan is fighting not just for his life here because he lost the opening game, but for his personal pride. It's big time on the line right here. This is a world stage. There's no way that he'll want to lose out to his compatriot. Out of court, and Chun Lai, against all expectations, turned himself inside out to retrieve to 17s. Oof. Another great rally. Oh, and it was called good. And there, oh dear, that was close. What do you reckon?
18-17.
It's hard to tell. And it's all up to the service judges. If the referee sees it differently, that he can, she can't overturn a call.
I noticed there Lin Dan punching the air. Just a fisty grip there. And at 18-17, he's needing this game. It's in. What a fabulous shot from Lin Dan.
This is the first time we have seen Lin Dan push his forehand back to Bao Chun Lai's back. He's always pulling net spin. This is something he may be thinking about doing.
The word exquisite was invented for that shot. Absolutely amazing. Perfect at 19-17. What a time to do it. And now, perhaps, well, he's saying, no, I don't need the towel. Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Now Bao Chun Lai needs it. Referee says no.
Jane Hancock saying, come on, let's get on with it. 2 more points for this game. Out of court, and it's now game point to Lin Dan.
20 game point.
It was confidently called out. It was very, very close. Not far from a perfect smash. Oh dear. And that is it. That is second game to Lin Dan, the number 2 seed in the world, former number 1 in the world. Everybody expected him to come through at the top of this World Championship. And right at this moment, he's not disappointing. He lost the first game, but he's now come through at the absolutely crucial moment in this second. Bao Chun Lai, their riding shot, disappointed that he couldn't continue his great play. But super stuff from Lin Dan. Let's have a look at it. 21-18, 17-21. The story of this game with smashes. 11-6 to Lin Dan. That's big. Net winners to Chun Lai. That's expected. 6-1 clear winners, Chun Lai. How did Lin Dan win it? 3-1. Okay, Chun Lai, just a few more errors there, but taking the points 3-all. The story is the end of the game. It's actually all about those final few points and some inspired play by Lin Dan, forcing, first of all, Chun Lai back into the corner and then playing some exquisite net stuff. A little bit fortunate on a couple of occasions, but there we see it's 1-all. We go to the rubber game now, and the world number 2 seed has got his tail up. Poor shot.
Service over, 1-love.
Campeón del mundo.
Service over,
1-all. Whilst we're in the early throes of this game, just tell us a little bit more about the training camps in China, Kevin. You told me that all the expenses are found, and the players, in fact, have a very good and comfortable life.
For certain sports like badminton and table tennis, the top players they can actually make a living out of their a short career in their life, 10 years, and make pretty good, decent money. But other sports like weightlifting, track and not track if you're not one particular athlete, but in general they don't make that good of a living. But everything's funded by government, and you're on a training camp. You get to room and board for free, and get all the travel expenses paid for it, playing tournaments. So it's a decision whether you wanted to pursue an athletic career or you want to go to school.
But they do have to pay back some of their winnings.
What they do, I mean, I don't know how other sports do it, but in badminton, I think singles players keeps about 35% of the prize money, and doubles, keeps a doubles player. Players keep 44% of winning, per team. So you do have to pay back a little bit when you win the prize money in open tournaments.
Whatever, it's a hard job on the road. I mean, you travel the world, living out of a suitcase.
Right.
Have to be on top of your game,
right,
week in, week out. It's a tough call.
It is a very tough call, because if you don't perform, then there are people waiting in line to take your place.
Well, it's at 4-3 to Lin Dan. Just noticed something very interesting on the court. At Lin Dan's end, there are 12 photographers absolutely homed in on him. At Bao Chun Lai's end, there are 2. Out of court, and that little trick shot from Bao Chun Lai does not pay off. He was getting a bit frustrated, a bit restive about playing this rally continuously. Lin Dan, on the other hand, happy to just keep it in play.
Well, Lin Dan is really media's darling in China. Yeah,
Right.
because he played with such aggression and such charisma and a lot of determination. But Bao Chun Lai, on the other hand, people perceive him being a little soft, a little feminine, a little bit.
Much feminine, about 300 kilometers an hour. Oh dear, ouch, ouch. Now, what's going on? Oh, that could be quite a fall. He went down once and normally he gets up, but watch this one, it's a double stumble. Watch this, he goes over, wins the point. Wow. Well, he's going to take a towel down now, but it's moments like that. The crowd will probably give him some encouragement now, and he's asked by umpire Jane Hancock if he was okay. I don't see any graze on his knees, but that could have been, well, it's a jolt. It's a jolt to the system. The crowd have brought him back at 6-3, and he's looking very solid for this match now at 7-3.
7-3.
It is. John, we saw Chen Hong blew up a big opportunity against Lin Dan yesterday, and here we go, 17-all in the second game. It was like 21-19 yesterday in the second game. Lin Dan just edged out Chen Hong, but today it was really close, 17-all. Bao Chun Lai, I would say, definitely had upper hand in the second game, but he let the great opportunities slide by him. You know, here we go. You know, Lin Dan somehow finds another wing in the third game.
I would like to change my racket, please. And Jane Hancock says yes, of course. So this is interesting. Now the strength of that racket, what are we talking about? Pounds about 30, 32?
30-32. I mean, Lin Dan is probably straight at 33. You know, he likes to play with tight strings.
And the tension will what? I mean, we're talking about big hitting, the harder
the tension is. Yep.
Offering a couple of shots there to get the feel. Probably carrying, what, 10 rackets in there?
Yeah, 5 to 8 rackets, I would think.
Good work, and that's now at 9-3. Lin Dan suddenly not only confident, but he's rolling it. You can hear the crowd. Oh, as he missed it. So he's certainly the crowd favorite.
Well, I think the game is a little bit different now because when Bao Chun Lai style of game, he is very fresh. So all his shots, the angle is very steep and the shots very quick. But in the third game, he tend to make just when you just a split second late, then you can make a mistake on the shot instead of a winner.
Out of court, and that he was never making those mistakes. Absolutely well made that point. People don't realize what an exhausting game this is. It's hugely physical. Oh, that I think it's his trademark shot, I would say.
It is, and it's also Lin Dan's as well. If you have seen Lin Dan hit a couple of those shots, you know, it's actually a left-handed player's signature shot.
All parts of the court there, but again it was Lin Dan that was threatening and comes to the halfway mark in this third game. 11 points to 5 in the lead, and really he's suddenly come to life and playing the kind of match we expected. Bao Chun Lai, well, he's hanging in there, but he's certainly not got the confidence, he's not got the precision that he had earlier in the match. So, what's going through Bao Chun Lai's mind at the moment then? He's got to try to come back to that original, very, very powerful stuff. Maybe Lin Dan's not lifting quite as much. Maybe he's playing some more net stuff.
Well, he is playing some more nets, but the difference is I think Lin Dan's extremely fit. He's playing even faster pace in the third game than he started out the game. So Bao Chun Lai has to find extra energy just to keep it up with Lin Dan. That's not easy.
Oh. Well, that was right there. Chun Lai, he couldn't have the tip tap and certainly did not have a very, very good lift there. It was only half to three-quarter court. Easy for Lin Dan. 12-5. It's all looking too simple. That's out.
Service over, 6-12.
That's out as well. He was making those earlier.
Service over, 13-6.
And of course, they're absolutely crucial when you're already, what was that, 12-6 points behind. You don't want to drop any. Very difficult now for Bao Chun Lai. There's the bank of photographers I mentioned. They've all moved up to Lin Dan's side now. Beautiful shot, and at 14-6 he's looking absolutely dominant. Yes. At 15-6, the crowd know they're seeing a world champion in prospect. 264K, but it wasn't so much the speed, it was more the placing. 15-6. It was left and it was long.
Service over, 7-15.
Missed a couple of points there at 8-15, but all the dangerous players coming from Lin Dan's side. Great pick up there and a kill. Beautiful work by Bao Chun Lai. Well, you made the point earlier, Kevin, that Lin Dan had picked up the pace, was forcing it a little bit, but Bao is really digging in now.
Right, Bao Chun Lai came away with his long reaches, you know, to really get this yellow back. So, you know, we'll see.
Lin Dan.
Oh, it was wide, so that's a very good comeback to 10-15. Not done yet. A couple more points, and Lin Dan might just be thinking about things. Playing his natural game and being aggressive, there's nobody can stop him. But if he starts thinking about problems, who knows? That's the natural game. Instinct, can't beat it. 16-10, watch this. Early cake. Oh. I mean, it wasn't a bad shot from Chun Lai, but it was wonderful in anticipation. We can still hear a couple in the crowd for Chun Lai as well. Yep. Oh. 17-10. And the chayo for Lin Dan is getting louder and louder. And not this time the get, so it is 18-10. Chun Lai has put up a great fight here, and having taken the opening game, he got pretty close, but Lin Dan's experience and total dedication to winning is coming to the fore. Definitely 19-10, what a good shot from the service. That was the surprise. Caught his opponent off guard, finished it. 19-10. Inside out, yes. And that's short, so Bao Chun Lai has now conceded that point, and it is match point, championship point, world championship point, 20 points to 10, and it's 10 of them. Well, there's no way he's going to lose this. So prepare the rostrum, get the medals going. Here we go. Hold it for a minute.
Service over. 11.
Still 9 match points. Ooh, 12-20.
12-20.
The Chinese have won the World Championship men's singles on 6 occasions since 1977. They're going to win it again, but it's going to be Lin Dan, and that is it! That is it! He puts his shirt over his head. He is world champion. Look at that six-pack. He is absolutely over the moon with that. His opponent puts his racket to his hand in appreciation of a wonderful, wonderful battle. Bao Chun Lai, oh my goodness, what a great fight he put up. He took the opening game 21-18. You can see what that meant though to his opponent in number 2 in the world. Lin Dan absolutely loved that. That is China at its supreme best. The Chinese crowd have come here all the way from Beijing and further parts around. Oh, look at that. I salute you, says Lin Dan, and wins it 21-12 in the end. Wow. Absolutely superb finish. What do you think, Kevin? You were proved right, and certainly his performance was fantastic.
We're going to see a mature Lin Dan today because he's been through the ups and downs in this game and the last match as well, and you see him giving a total relief and the joy and a burst out of his mind and his body, and he gave us a mile-high salute, we will say, but it's a military salute because he's in the military.
Okay, there you go. There's the stats for this one. Lin Dan eventually smashed winners. Look at that, 34-19. He wins it 60-50 on rallies won there, and that is a great, great performance. 21-18, 17-21, 21-12.